talked about land a little bit. We talked about SPS, nodes, and we talked about where my head was with you know with nodes and why SPS and nodes are like my number one priority.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want to be buying Rift Watchers, but I want to buy buy cards of Rift Watchers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I'm feeling a lot of the same things that and we were talking before we even went live, but I'm feeling a lot of the same pressures and excitements and
Yep.
Rift Watcher packs. Want as many as I can, but also SPS. You've been deeply invested in SPS for a while, and you've got high hopes, and so do I. And so it's
Yep.
like, even though we've pumped hard from 7 cents to 8 cents, there's still a sense of, do I want to make a move right now, or do I want to just sit tight? At the end of the day, it continues to pump, like it's over.
Yeah.
It's pushing past 8 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, I do truly believe that, big numbers are possible right now for SPS, and then believing that informs the rest of my conversations around because I want more nodes. I bought 2 nodes. I want Ref Watcher packs. I want land. I want DEC even, because it's below peg and I think it'll return to peg. But it's just like we've said so many times, Jim, you can only really pick a couple angles, and you just kind of, you're doing your best to think it through, but you can't know for sure what's the best play.
Yep. And it's like the whole thing of, oh guys, what do you mean you didn't put more money into this card that 100x'd? Well, you don't know what card's gonna 100x, right?
Yeah.
So you like buy a few of all the cards, especially if you're playing,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way you can know
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And some of the plays that you might be investing in can be really exciting, like 4 years, 5 years down the line. Like, you maybe really feel certain cards are going to be 100x, but is SPS right now gonna, double, or is DC going to double in the short term? Or Rift Watchers pack's gonna sell out instantly? You did the tranche number 1, or what are we in, tranche 2 of nodes?
yeah, we're on tranche 1. So there
Tranche
was
1.
pre-sale, which was 2,000 packs, and now tranche 1, which is 3,000 total,
So I mean,
and we sold like 1,800.
so it's like, the question isn't just what is the best investment. It's actually way more nuanced. It's like, what's the best investment today for the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully has a long-term opportunity. But really, like, there are things you can do right now that would benefit what you could do tomorrow, and then it starts to snowball in a big way. Now, that can be a greedy play too, though. It is almost better in some respects to just sit tight, do a long-term, if you just built up the cards. For instance, you get those reward cards that are selling for a penny, and you stack those. One day, those are going to be more than a penny, and that will be a play that you'll be glad you did. In the meantime, while all these kind of waves are happening around you, these big moves, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm missing out. But it's certainly a viable play to just kind of to stay kind of true to that basic prudent play. Just build the deck.
Yeah. And I also see it as like, okay, if slowly but surely card prices do go up, SPS is also going up, right? Like kind of everything will move together.
Yeah.
If SPS goes up, card prices go up because now people are like, oh, hey, I got more money in this. Let me go buy up all these really cheap cards.
Yeah.
And then that's just going to move the market as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like if SPS goes up, more people are like, hey, I also now want to be buying not just cards, but now nodes are like, in theory, cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Because, well, you're not losing like this. The number of the SPS that you're getting rid of is going to vary because it's a flat amount of USD that you need, and if price of SPS goes up, then the total number of SPS you utilize will go down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow you, and I agree.
So everything just like kind of goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing, and it's hard to, it's extremely hard to decide which of those is the best. Like, yeah, which is the best, because they are going to all tie together. But like, it is possible to predict to pick to call red. Like if you're playing roulette, it's possible to pick the right sequence of red black, and just go from $10 to $1 million in like 7 moves or something. I don't know. I'm not sure the numbers, but it really is that shocking. Like 10 turns to 100, 100 turns to 1,000, 1,000 turns to 10,000.
Well, if you go red black, you just double your money.
Oh yeah, you're right. But but my point still stands. Like that, even that would escalate really rapidly. 10,000 like 10. Yeah, I guess it 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320. You know what I mean? Like what? Like 20 moves, you're gonna have a huge amount of money, and that's that's what a lot of our hearts are saying to us when we say to ourselves, well, maybe I'll just move into DEC right now. Like I saw a tweet from Bulldog today and he was saying, SPS is up, DEC is low. Maybe the play now is to move into DEC. And I don't disagree. I'm not saying he's wrong. What I'm saying is that sort of sentiment or that sort of thinking is the chasing after one win after another. You're trying to chain together wins. It's not like it's not a sit and wait kind of slow roll. It's like an aggressive, I can predict what's going to happen. And if I do, one home run into another home run is going to grow what my account is worth. And that's exciting, but definitely more risky. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Days, Bobby, Marksman, nice. Good to see you guys. NFT Gaming's in the house. Nice. Thanks, buddy. NFT Gaming, I believe that is new time and attention leader. I believe. I'm still getting used to your YouTube tag, but I recognize the little icon. KOMC, SEP, I believe.
You're saying it's a new leader?
Yeah. Yeah, time and attention. We got two new squads. Yeah, I think it's NFT Game. I could be wrong about this, but his little icon looks like exactly the same. Eli, more time and attention, boys. I, Horace, feel the same, not going to buy packs, just the cards I need, he says. We got 7 minutes till that, by the way, and I've got to make sure I want to put all my SPS together, so I might need to take a minute here after we check in with the chat, so I can be as ready as possible to get whatever I'm able to get.
Yeah.
Dom, good to see you. Actually on a reasonable time, he says. Yeah, man, I'm on call. Splinterlands says Rift Watchers launch at 11 a.m. I got to be here. And tonight, actually, I'm going to go live with Gank and Walking Keys on their channel. So,
nice.
So tonight I won't have a members live, just hanging out today. And we did a live like 2 days ago too, for like an hour for some rank grind. NFT, yeah. So NFT Gaming is Sep. He's the new leader for the new time and attentions. And let's have a peek at how that's going. By the way, we just finished a brawl. I think TNA 1 fell a little more again. We keep we're getting dumped on a little bit. Oh, dude, I'm wrong. Some of the boys came up huge. Rank 26 for time attention 1. So a few of the guys must have really crushed it, because I went 1-4 on my matchups. But to my credit, I was facing off against Byzantine Nest, who has 22 million power, and some other guy who had 9 million power.
That's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. And then, so look, 26, 39, 2 top 50s. That's huge, man. And this is one of Sep's squads, and they are, they have been top 20. And so very exciting to have you guys here, Sep. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
I like how they look with the black lightning bolt.
Yeah, a little bit of freshness, like separation, just like you.
Yeah.
Can't hear. Eli says you can't hear or see anything. Let me see.
All the newcomers, they should just have a lightning bolt.
I'm on my YouTube desktop, or studio. I'm seeing that we are still streaming and we are live, and I'm seeing recording and movement. But Eli's saying that he's not getting anything. Let me check. And OBS
turning it off and turning it on again.
Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, cool. He's good to go. Jim, if there's anything that comes to mind, I'll let you go or let you talk for a couple minutes, because I need to try and check my SPS and bring it all home.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, guys, I know everyone's super excited for the Rift Watchers. Okay. I get it. I know. And I'm going to need you to buy as many packs as you can so you can turn my SPS that I'm holding into into a higher dollar value. Okay. I need your help.
Yeah. Come on, guys. This is community led.
I remember a while back I was talking to when I was talking to Steve, and he was like, "Jim, you can't be telling people all this because if they follow your idea, then your card prices won't go up because they're not getting burned." I'm like, "Oh, he's a genius."
Your card prices won't go up because they're not getting burned. What was your
Yeah,
advice?
so he was saying like if everyone pays attention to like what you're doing of just maxing cards out for bronze or silver,
Mm,
and they're not combining like 400
yep.
BCX
Yep.
to make them maxed, then you're kind of not burning as many.
Hmm.
So you need people to climb the ladders in order for your strategy to be better.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I interestingly, I think a lot of people were doing that and maybe still are doing that, but I think we're going to continue to move toward a place where people are starting to go higher and higher because of the rank reward changes that just, as far as I know, are they in effect now? Are the rank reward now officially in effect on this season beginning?
I have no idea.
Well, we know that they were approved, so we are going to see massive rewards at champion, significant rewards at diamond, gold being kind of like a little bit nerfed, and bronze and silver being kind of substantially nerfed on their SPS payouts.
That's in theory though, but if a lot of people climb to the higher ranks, and now you have a smaller amount of people
You're
getting
right.
like a smaller amount of D or SPS rewards. So
Yep.
like in theory, right? Like if say they cut what was bronze, like 80% or something like that,
I don't
but the
know.
total number of people are cut in half,
Mhm.
you're now actually still earning more rewards. Or it wasn't 80%. It went from like 18% to 10% or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the division or whatever, but you're right. It's moved. It has moved significantly. And yet you're right that if it, depending on where players find themselves, it could still be really profitable to play at bronze. Or I doubt it though. I think maybe gold could really be a money spot, but we'll see. I think diamond
Yeah.
could turn out to be surprisingly good, but we'll see. I think for the near future, champion is going to be like just a payday, but that's going to change as more people recognize that and they say, you know what, I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to rent some more cards and I'm going to fight for champion, or I'm going to buy some more cards and I'm going to fight for champion, or I'm going to get Rift Watchers, go deep on that, and then quit myself. They were saying in the Discord that you need probably 1,500 Rift Watcher packs to max it out. We got 10 seconds here. So I got
For
my,
some reason, our timers are not the same. I'm at 30 seconds left.
well, they give Dwayne Cunningham VIP access, their duo.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't auto fresh. So I'm hitting refresh. I'm really excited here right now. Like I feel like Christmas. I feel like I'm going downstairs to like see
All
what's
right.
under the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-sale packs purchased.
7 seconds left. I don't know why I'm getting screwed over.
Can I buy two? I don't know how many I can buy. 15,000. I'm
How
going
many
for it.
vouchers do
I'm
you have?
buying 250 packs if it'll let me.
Wait, did you set up the bonus packs?
Oh,
You didn't.
oh my.
Oh, okay, so as soon as you put in the pack amount, then you put in the bonus.
No.
Oh my goodness, Dwayne, no.
Yeah, that's funny. That's okay. I just was like too eager, too excited. Pre-sales live, but that's okay. Vouchers. So I was eligible to drop in 25 vouchers or what? Like, how does that work
Yeah, so you would have been able to put in 25 vouchers.
for a 10% bonus? I mean, that sucks, of course, but bit,
Yeah, what's a free 25 packs, right?
well, between you and me, it's not going to break the bank, but of course, I am. That's the thing about crypto too. Hey, like right there is like a key moment. Like you got to breathe before you hit complete that transaction, guys. If you are still kind of getting used to Splinterland or to crypto broadly, do yourself a favor. You don't know how many times I could tell you some crazy stories about how I clicked and thousands of dollars were gone because of what I did. Just one misclick, and this is no exception either, right?
Yeah.
That's 25 packs by $5 value, a quote unquote value, right? $5 price. What is that? 125 US dollars that I didn't, unless it's somehow maybe it fails and I can try again, but I doubt it.
Wow. 500,000 packs purchased so far.
Really, dude? Wow.
500,000.
Shop. Gems. Steam Monster says, "Uh-oh, they're broken." Yeah,
Packs purchased, yeah.
dude, they are. Yeah, dude. When I first logged in, it said 16, and I hit buy now, and I was like, this is gonna go. I didn't think it was gonna be 500,000 right away, but I did really believe. So I will get 5 copies of the Constantia, which is nice, because I got. Every 50 packs, you get a 1 Constantia regular foil. And I was, well, unless my transaction somehow fails.
All right.
Guys,
So I'm going to need you guys to now triple the price of SPS so I can go ahead and buy another license node.
SPS is just ticking down a little bit, under 8 cents now, according to Live Coin Watch. And
No, it's selling me on the market price on Splinterlands 8.3.
Gathering the Magic says, hope the site stays up. It definitely is barely holding on. I already saw it kind of glitch once. Jim said his timing was off from my timing. Then mine had to be refreshed twice.
Yeah.
Necro says I got him 1,150 packs. Nice.
Wow.
So he's gonna get a gold foil, and I think let's see. So every 50 packs, you're supposed to get a regular foil. So 1,000 should be 20, but then one of them turns to a gold foil, and then you're gonna get 3 more. So you're gonna get 22 regulars and 1 gold foil, I think.
23 because he's got another 150 packs, right?
Did I do that wrong? Maybe I did. Yeah, right in that ballpark, anyways.
Yeah.
Sep says I did the same thing. I didn't get my bonuses. That sucks.
Ouch.
Fully sold out, says Dom Ever. I have the same without the bonus. Yeah. So three people in the chat so far did the no bonus problem. Got my packs, off to work. Hope everyone gets their packs. Good for you, Gathering, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Guys, check out Gathering the Magic. He's got a YouTube channel too, and he quality and analysis. See, I'm getting nervous over here. My little chomp is still having. You know what? Maybe we'll refresh and see if somehow that transaction failed. Maybe I can rebuy. No, I did go through. So go over here to open. Yeah, I got 250 Riftwater gems. Dude, I can't believe it. This has been so long in the making for us to get to this place where there's Riftwaters. We got to open. So how much do I got here? There's 5 cards in every pack, and I can open. I got 300. What's 300 divided by 5?
300 divided by 60? 60.
Okay, we can't open multiples. Are you kidding me right now?
You can't even open them, dude.
Oh,
you can just buy. The cards aren't finished.
That's right. Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself over here, Jim.
Yeah.
We got 8. Hewitt says we got 8,000 packs with Hawks 21. Nice.
So, all right. So it was about 60 SPS per. And then you times that by the 566,630. Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
So 60 SPS per pack.
Okay.
That's almost 34 million SPS just gone. Slash thrown into the Dow.
And what happened to the vouchers? Are they burnt or are they Dow bound?
I think vouchers are burned.
Because that's a fair bit of vouchers too. 500,000 vouchers, right? You need 1 voucher for every pack.
Yeah. Yep. Honestly, I think that was the best choice that they made, was making it to where every single pack requires a voucher.
Hmm.
Best choice they did.
Oh man. Okay, so here's some things that we heard from Splinterlands team before Jim and I went live. They were talking on Discord. And he talked about how there's going to be a bunch of Fury and Stun in the Rift Watchers set. And Fury is that double damage against taunt monsters, which is great because taunt has really become part of what I consider the meta in this game. So it's just one more counterplay. And I think the beauty of Splinterlands is that it's like counterplay upon counterplay. So you can try one thing and it's super strong if your opponent doesn't see it coming. And if they do, then you're pretty hooped. But then, of course, what they're trying is the same thing too. Whatever your opponent is doing is the same idea, that you can, it will be very strong in one context and really terrible in another. And so that makes the replayability so strong. It makes the expertise component of this game, I think, very demanding before you start to get to that sort of high level, high tier of expertise, and then stun at lower levels. So a lot more stun, so we can start counting on those knockouts from bronze, which is good, I think.
Wow. So apparently all 500,000 packs sold out in 78 seconds.
Were they only selling 500 thou?
Yeah, so for the pre-sale. So in order to get the promo card,
Yeah.
they weren't doing it like how they did Chaos Legion.
Okay.
So it was like within the first 24 hours, everyone who bought stuff would then get the promo. It's whoever gets the first 500,000 packs.
Wow. Dude, this is crazy. You say 78 seconds?
Yeah.
That is absolutely bananas. Absolutely
Something like
wild.
Yeah, ridiculous, right?
And so now what's the plan? Like a week or two before they'll actually be openable, or what do we know?
We don't know exactly. But actually, Agro said it's sold out in 1 minute. So I don't know if he's just like not including the rest of it, if
Mm-hmm.
there is a little extra time, or was it exactly 1 minute?
Wow. This is intense. Like, where would this have stopped if they hadn't capped it there? Like, what would that have gone to? 3 million gone? Would it have been like, what, you know what I mean? Like, for it to go that quickly for 500,000, it feels as though it would have just gone to 1 million anyways. And then who knows at that point, when you start seeing 1 million of 3 million gone in 2 minutes time,
Yeah.
that then I think turns into panic mode for people.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna check out what's going on in Mav chat. We got maybe Snapchat.
You know,
Total.
I can buy 2 packs right now.
You can.
Oh wait, hold on. I might actually be able to buy a couple more because I got my I can claim my node rewards,
Yeah.
which I kind of hate that you actually have to claim that now.
Yeah. They did say that they specifically said that they intend that not to be the way anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's so lame. Because I manually entered 250.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it takes a second because that was like starting to drop down as soon as you hit buy.
Yeah. Dang. Anyways, is what it is.
See, guys, like Dwayne was saying, take your time with this stuff.
Yeah.
Take your time.
See.
All right, but don't take too long because it sold out in a minute.
That's
So,
Because someone bought 50. Crypto Chad says, so no one gets promo because someone bought 500,000 packs. No, that's not right. So the promo will be subdivided amongst the people who bought the 500,000 packs though. And that promo is not, Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, is not available inside the packs, correct?
yeah, I don't believe so.
At least Dr. Blight was never included in Chaos Legion packs. So it stands to reason. And so, Chad, it's going to be everybody. Like, I bought 250 packs. I should get 5 copies of the promo card. And let's see, Orthec 1 pack better than none packs. Yeah, I guess that's true. They said you're going to need 1,500 packs to get a max level of this deck. And they were talking on the Discord and they're quite clear. Like, this is not going to be a deal breaker for you. Like, you're going to be functionally fine if you don't touch the Rift Watchers pack. But of course, you've seen the cards. Like, they're going to be solid. There are going to be times where you're going to say to yourself, just like you do now with some of the Untamed or some of the Chaos Legion cards, even where you say like, wow, I really wish I had that. Same thing. Yep. Some of these are going to be amazing.
Yep.
Since we last talked, Jim, about the different cards that are available, that we know that are available, have you changed your opinion or excitement around one or more of the different cards? The summoners, the monsters they talked about. Did we even talk about the monsters? Because they showed 5 or 6 monsters.
I think we talked. Yes. Oh wait. Oh yeah, the big boys.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're technically behemoths or what. But yeah, they. I mean, you're probably gonna lose screen share here for a second, there, Jim. Just bear with me. I can open Discord so I can access the Splinterlands. We still got your face. We still got your visual. You probably lost screen. You can't see my screen anymore, Jim?
I can see it.
Okay, cool. So Splinterlands, and we go Eye Candy. I know you and I talked about the summoners, but we haven't talked about these, have we?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, I mean, I have. This one is, in my opinion, like one of the stronger cards, but I definitely think they're all amazing. Do you have a favorite here?
I kind of like the water one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the water one, especially in like Silver Plus.
Yeah.
Because it has the 2. It does get the 2 attack at that point, which is kind of huge. And just having the stun at all levels, and it's 5 mana. I'm a big fan.
Dude, look at the chat. Sorry for distracting. The watercolor is amazing, but Blue Fox says and Necro say 300 validator nodes just sold.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they are. They're down to 900 licenses right now.
Wow. Dude, nodes are wild, guys. I bought 2 more nodes this week. Nodes are absolutely top priority for me, and I haven't really said much about it because, frankly, like Jim was saying before we went live, like that's so important to me, and I need to I need to position myself. I know they're selling. I know they're valuable. I don't really want you guys to buy them. I just want me to buy them. So I can't be too hype about it, but I'm like, while we're talking
about nodes, quiet.
Yeah. Node what? But
what's a node?
908 now, dude. They're still like, even since the chat said 960 a minute ago, it's 908 now.
Oh my god,
dude, SPS is getting dropped hard right now. Like, the amount of SPS being burnt and locked up forever, like for foreseeably, practically forever, is really substantial right now. Yeah, I bought 2 of these. I've got 3 now. I've got 3 nodes,
dude. And vouchers are at 61 cents right now.
That's really cheap, to be honest.
Dude, people were giving me poop. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah, we're on your channel, right? I can swear.
Yeah.
People were giving me heck about selling my vouchers for SPS when vouchers were at like 78 cents. Who's laughing now, guys? Look at
Jimbo.
Sure, I might not have sold a bunch of them when they were at like 98 cents or 90 cents. But I'm still in the plus right now. Okay.
Hey, Chad's asking a question. He's asking about whether, how do we determine if we got packs from the Rift Watcher first 500,000 or not? Is they're currently still accepting purchases. So yeah, I mean, like, how do you know? I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue.
I guess the blockchain technology is going to hopefully tie your purchase point to a moment that will help the team determine. I don't know. That's the best I could guess. I know with Chaos Legion, they said they were going to kind of give I think they gave like a 24-hour window, or they gave a time window, and they said every purchase before this minute will be eligible for Dr. Blight. And I don't think they did that for this. So somehow they are expecting that their own tracking And this site didn't crash. So, I mean, probably, it's going to be accurate, I guess. But I suppose we won't know. I don't know. I mean, one of the things you could probably do is this screen is going to, like when we go over here to, is it shop? Yeah. So when you look at packs for Chaos Legion, we have this airdrop window, and then you can see your eligible packs. And so there'll be something like this. But first of all, the packs need to be openable. It's going to go like gems. There'll be within the gems window, there'll be a button up here that says airdrops. You'll click on that and you'll see how many eligible packs you got. Other than that, you can't know for now, at least.
You know what I kind of love? If you go back into the shop, right? And so Chaos Legion came out, what, like almost a year ago? Yeah, close to a year ago. And
Yep.
click it. Yeah, click the pack. Do you see how basic of a setup this is
Mm-hmm.
in comparison to now you go look at gems?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And then like you scroll down and you just see like there's a huge difference in the look.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're totally right. The game,
Or like their graphic design is gone up.
the caliber of artistic skill and presentation has gone just through the roof. You're right.
Yeah.
18.17% progress in next airdrop. So one airdrop. So the promo card is like locked in by how many packs you bought, but then there's also other airdrops. So those 250 packs that I just bought are going to be eligible for like every single airdrop. It's not probably going to guarantee me one, I don't think. I don't know the math on that yet, but maybe it will, because there's only 3 million packs and I bought 250 of them, as opposed to there was 15 million Chaos Legion packs and you needed about 500, 600. So it's certainly possible 250 will guarantee me one of each. What do you think, Jim? You follow my math? Like there was 15 million Chaos Legion packs. You needed roughly 600 Chaos Legion packs. Now there's 1/3 as many Rift Watcher packs. So maybe you need 1/3 as many purchased packs to claim guarantee one of each, maybe.
Yeah. And in theory it should be.
Yeah.
Right. Because how many packs did you need for what's his name? The first guy.
Dr. Blight.
Dr. Blight. Yeah, I'm like, why can't I think of his name?
Dr. Blight, you needed 50 packs to get one Dr. Blight, 1,000 for one gold foil.
Okay. So that number is the exact same for this current one.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if we know how much it's going to be for the next one. Huh.
Yeah, I haven't heard that fact be shared, but I do feel as though what I said is probably accurate. And look at that, dude. We just sold another 100 loads. The nodes are going just pouring off the shelves right now.
Wow.
And every node is selling for 36,000 SPS or roughly 18,500 vouchers.
Yeah.
And 80% of that SPS is burnt, right?
Yeah. If you actually go to Splinter Cards, you'll see the numbers.
Splinter Cards.
Yeah, the main. And then down on the left side. Oh wait, no. It is right on the right side for you. Validator nodes, how many have been sold, and then you see how much has been burned and how much is sent to the DAO.
Wow, look at this, guys. 50 million SPS burned forever. Like this.
And then it gives you how many vouchers you're getting daily, the SPS per node, and then your APR.
Per node, right? So
Yeah.
I have 3, so I'm getting 15 vouchers and 75 SPS a day. And look at this APR. This is why they're selling, guys. 102% APR. And the idea that you can come in. So help me understand something here, Jim. This is 102% APR. Is that telling me it's going to make three grand in a year?
Pretty much, yeah.
But
yeah.
here's the thing.
Stays at this point.
Here's the thing: isn't the APR supposed to be higher then? Because the vouchers you use to buy the thing, right? It's not worth $1,500. So the price right now is $1,500 worth of SPS and 500 vouchers, which is something like $1,800. And so if the price of if the node is going to produce 102% APR on a $3,000, maybe they've taken that into consideration. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a possibility. I just don't. Obviously, we don't know like the numbers that they have in there.
Yeah.
And then also they're looking at equals 5 USD right now.
Mm.
So the 5 USD times the 365 days. So yeah, they're probably taking that into consideration.
Yeah, they are, exactly. You're right. So it's paying for itself in a year. And if you think that validator nodes if you think this game's going to be here, then nodes are going to be growing in value. If you think the game is going to be here, then SPS is going to go up in value. If you think the game is going to be here, vouchers are going to go up in value. And all three of them are linked in unison under the one purchase of a node. And so, holy cow, give me more of them. I just wish that I had even more liquidity, even more value that I was capable of putting away. I just cashed out $4,000 today, Jim, and we were talking about it beforehand, but I sold.
How much SPS you got right now?
Right now, well, it's hard to say, but I've got 5,000 SPS here on Infidel that's free, that's liquid, and I got 27,000 that's staked.
Okay, yeah, I was meaning liquid right now. All right, so if we could find like two other people that have like 5K in SPS right now,
yeah,
we're able to get another one and split it.
That's the thing. Split, like I actually was thinking about coming together and just doing that, like just like I did for my Chaos Legion, and being like, put it out to the audience and say, like, if you guys want to trust me to run your nodes and to buy nodes, we could do percentage ownership. But I can't do that without like a proper website and without like the necessary. It would be a whole thing. Like I'd need to really. But it is on my radar, guys. If that sounds interesting, let me know in the comments. But if I was going to do like a private, like one-off, it would be with somebody like Jim, where I just there'd be trust and business relationship and all that. But what I'm talking about is like I would create one, essentially my own thing, and it would be like a time and attention type deal where anybody who wants to kick in like 1/20th of the cost can buy 1/20th of a node. That idea, and then we would just collectively own them, and you guys would collectively own them, and I would really just take like a small fee for running them, for taking care of them. And hopefully as a community, we would attract a lot of investors, and thereby, probably potentially drive up SPS, voucher, and node pricing, because we start buying more of them, because people who have $100 can't buy a node, but they can buy 1/20th of a node, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff. I think there's gonna be fireworks to be had on this conversation in the near future.
Yeah, I was just talking to my friend, and I was like, dude, like if you imagine it, right? Like if we're able to get to a point where you're able to buy one node every single month, based on how much money you're already getting from the nodes you're buying, or even if it's one every 2 weeks, so then you're getting two every single month, or even more. Who knows? Who knows how many you can do? and so then like you're looking at it in terms of like, all right, but now if a lot more people are doing that, sure, you're getting less dividends, right? But the total price of your node is now increasing. So it's both a dividend stock and a growth stock.
Yeah.
Because now when we move into the next tranche, okay, it's going to be $5,000. I believe it's going to be 5,000 or 4,000. I forget.
5, I think.
Yeah. And so then, all right, well, now you're going to be able to sell it on secondary market price for like 3K.
Yeah.
And then also then voucher prices are just going to go up because, well, now you get a higher utility from them.
Yeah.
Essentially like doubling, or 60% or 80%, whatever it is.
Yeah, man. I love what you said. Dividend stock and a growth stock. So
Yeah.
true. Great way of putting it. Um, Tons of opportunity for appreciation in the actual asset, the node itself. Tons. But all like almost get I feel like this is a bit of a risky word to use, but I feel like almost guaranteed growth in that appreciation because
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
of the of the planned valuation of, for instance, SPS and vouchers. What I mean? Well, it's planned in that um, SPS they have this burn. They have so many burn mechanics. They're going to restrict how much is available that it almost by design goes up in value. And then the vouchers have like a more specific planned price appreciation because it's like they give you $3 worth of value when you're buying a node, but they're going to give you $5 worth of value later on, and it goes up and up and up. And so that makes it's almost, it doesn't mean that that's going to be the exact value. It just means that there is one use case that would get you that value for that token, and that's going to help pull it up, I think. I saw a great comment here, Jim, because I just did a video this morning, Jim. You might have missed it, but I did one talking about how I think we need to be cautious or cognizant of the fact that U.S. regulatory powers are quite nervous about crypto, and it's possible that certain communities. In fact, I was talking to some guy in my comment section today. He's in Thailand and he's British, and he said
Yeah.
that he can't play Splinterlands because I don't know, because that country doesn't allow it, or maybe because he's a British citizen. I don't know what the deal is with that, but apparently this is a thing. And I was like, well, look, you got, like let's think this through. Like there's definitely an appetite to like shake down the crypto companies. This is a crypto company. There's also definitely like mass wide scale confusion about what this game would be or what cryptocurrency even is. That lends to the plebs and the sheeple to like, really be okay with that, the big government, big brother kind of cracking down on this stuff. And so I think we
Yeah.
need to be cognizant of it. And maybe VPNs are a possible solution. On that note, Jeremiah Curtis in the comments says Brandon can't ban the nodes. And on the nodes, right? Like the idea that this will decentralize governance, you can't go knock on Splinterland's door and say turn it off once we
Yeah.
have nodes operating.
Yeah. Also, Galaxy Games is saying I live in Thailand and I play Splinterlands for 3 years.
Okay, that's really good to hear. Mauricio Maldonado, hey Dwayne, ticket is open for those who missed the bonus. Ma'am, awesome. I saw Necro commenting on that too. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna definitely do that. Papa Chief, hey Papa Chief, I recognize. Dwayne, unwholesome Chief here. Yep, I bought 1,150 packs in the first 45 seconds. Check the transaction time. Do you think I'll be getting the promo airdrop? I don't know, my dude. I am hoping and thinking the same thing. When I pressed buy, the screen said 16 had been sold. And so I'm just like thinking about me even. Like I don't honestly know. But we will know shortly, I imagine. Crypto Ace, it won't stay $5 a day though. For the node payouts. What do you think about that, Jim?
Yeah, I completely understand that. We were just talking about that, right? Like, it's the dividend is going to go down, but the growth of it is going to go up.
Yeah. But even would you? It feels like you're conceding that the dividend is going. Hang on a second. Is that what about? Doesn't the dividend eventually kind of, if SPS and for instance vouchers continue to appreciate in a couple of years, then the dividend increases, but maybe the percentage of the dividend continues to
change? So it's just looking at it in terms of what the price is for it right now. So like if eventually it gets to a point where like, all right, it's giving you 1 SPS every single day, or 1.9 once they're like all out or something like that.
Yep.
But say SPS is at $1, well then the APR in terms of just SPS alone is going to be like 33%, something like that. Or no, it'd be actually a little bit more. I forget exactly. But it's also going to go down because the total cost that you're going to need to then buy a node is also going to be higher. So the APR is just going to go down. And just like a few days ago, actually just yesterday, it was 112%.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 102%.
Yeah.
So like when we get to a point where nodes are $10,000, all right, it's not even going to be like a big number at all. But in terms of investment, it's still a good number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly, like anything above 4%, guys, is a good number.
Yeah. And that's the dividend component, but like you're saying, there's the two parts of it. It's the appreciation on the node as well as, and Horace, maybe not everybody here. How many people we got 38 concurrent viewers, 63 concurrent viewers with 21 likes, guys. Please thumbs up, share, but definitely drop a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content.
Become a member too.
Yep.
We're here every Thursday.
Yep.
Night, except not for tonight because we're here right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do. We're here Thursday night live for the YouTube members, but again, not tonight because I'm going on tonight with Gank and Walking Keys. So come hang out over there, guys. But yeah, join the channel, become a member. Silver, bronze, every level gets access to the weekly lives. And then he had a question though. Where was that?
So Darren is saying that the rewards are planned for the next 4 years only. As of right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that they're going to be adding something as well. Like what comes after the 4-year plan.
Yeah.
You know, the 5-year plan that they have.
Yeah.
And it's 5 years after the airdrop. So yeah, we still have 5 years.
Yeah. There was a recent proposal. Let's see. Reallocate this is right here. Reallocate SPS from team pool to TD reward pool. Oh no, that was for the tower defense. This is not what I thought it was, but it is going to give you some sense of what can be done though, Darren. This is a resolution, a proposal that was raised where they were going to take a certain amount of SPS that was being given to the team, being printed for the Splinterlands team, and they were reallocating it, gifting it to the tower defense reward pool, and thereby creating new incentive for tower defense players. And and what that means is there's ways that through proposal we can revamp the economy in such a way that allows new benefit to node holders even after that 4-year window, or for that matter, new reward benefits for rank play in Splinterlands. Because right now you're being paid in SPS. Well, in 4 years or whatever it is, I think it's 5 years. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it's 5 years. That's supposed to expire. And then what? Well, we could vote to, pass some sort of inflation, maybe like 1 or 2% or something like that. Or we could go to the DAO, which is the decentralized autonomous organization, where millions of dollars are already put and placed in storage. And by then, if the tokens have appreciated, those 15 million would be 150 million. If SPS goes from 8 cents to 80 cents, that wallet of money is going to appreciate also. And then that could be stretched across our rewards to pay out the game players also. So there's a multitude of possibilities, but governance is going to allow for solutions to that problem, because that you're right, that is a thing we need to think about in a few years. But I want to circle back because there's a basic question, and I don't want to leave anyone behind on this conversation. Horace dropped a comment saying, please explain what a node is and what do you need to run one on anything and anything else. So Jim, do you want to comment on that just because I've been speaking here?
So a node is going to be used to, honestly, a node's going to be used to make you money. Okay. Can't change my mind.
Yeah.
They're going to be used for setting up and running Splinterlands as a whole, right?
Yeah. The game happens right now on a network and that network is a server that's bought through Amazon. Like Splinterlands the team pays X amount of money every month to run this game on servers from Amazon. Yeah. And those servers can be replaced by a decentralized server net, which would be us. And we would turn on our computers running the node on those computers. The node is just software. You run it on your computer and it's apparently really not intensive at all. It's not like you don't need big mining rigs. They've already told us that it will probably run on a Raspberry Pi, which is like a super simplistic computer that people often use for like emulated video games. Like it's really small, it's compact, it's inexpensive, and not only that, but you'll be able to run multiple nodes on one device. So if you have one extra computer like a Raspberry Pi, you conceivably could run 3 or 4, I don't know how many, they haven't said, but some number of nodes, and then you would just leave that on the whole time, and that would support the network. Around the world, people will do that. That'll support the network, allow the game to play. It'll track things like the game itself. It'll help implement decisions such as those proposals that we talked about, because that all needs to be verified by almost like onlookers, and those onlookers who are making sure the votes are being tracked rightly are going to be the nodes. Like they will be the overseers tracking all of this stuff, implementing these things as we vote yes or no on these different proposals. And through this decentralization, there's going to be a lot of kind of safety, as one of the other commenters pointed out earlier, because you can't take down like a multi-headed, right? Like that's the thing. They can, if you have a central leadership, then you have a central point of attack. But once you decentralize, that's no longer an issue. So those are some of the considerations. And he was also wondering, we don't really know what you'll need to run it with. But I talked about a Raspberry Pi, but we don't know for sure. That's all coming out, I guess, soonish, to my knowledge. Is there anything that you feel I missed there, Jim?
One thing to just really add to it is, so you're going to be able to run multiple nodes on like the same server, but they're also now allowing, or they're planning on making it to where you're able to just delegate your node to a specific person to like be able to do that, rather than just giving them your node. So if Dwayne is going to set it up on the servers, right, I can delegate him my node, and then he kind of has control of it, but I can still get it back. He doesn't have a full control of it over it, which is very big and a lot safer for individuals with their nodes.
That's really cool. I didn't actually remember that point, so I'm really glad you brought that up. Thanks, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's an exciting new opportunity and a whole new kind of revolution to how video games work. And it's one more way that Splinterlands is really changing our understanding of how a game can reward you for your time and attention. Not only can you get financial reward for playing, whether it's cards, which are NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they're deflationary nature, they can appreciate over time, the cards themselves, but then also you get paid cryptocurrency for playing. You can enter in tournaments and then multiply your cryptocurrency, turning 10 SPS into 100 very easily, daily even. And then you can get into guilds, and very soon guilds are going to pay SPS. And now, in addition to all of these game mechanics and ownership and appreciation opportunities, you have this like oversight opportunity through the node, which will let you be part of that governance, which allows you to be paid for that service. And it might sound complicated or confusing. We've been reassured multiple times it's going to be super easy to run, super easy to execute, really simplistic to set up, and that they're hoping that, I think, community members like myself will walk through that and then educate you guys on how to do that. But the thing about it is too, the opportunity is like greatest where the risk is greatest, and right now the risk is greatest because it isn't even live yet. And yet people are throwing $1,850 at this thing. Look, another 150 sold since we've been talking, Jim. We're down to 700 nodes at this price point. And once we got to see, I got to open up the web page because I know that they have the data. This is it going to be. Oh, come on. Yeah, here we go. So, Jim, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
So we're in tranche 1 right now, guys, and this is the validator node pricing. So during pre-sale, they sold 2,000 nodes for $1,000 worth of SPS, and so $1,000 worth of SPS plus you needed 500 vouchers. They were aiming at, there's roughly a $1,500 cost ish, give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then or 2,000. I can't remember what vouchers were. Point being, it was a lot less than now. And now we're charging $3,000, or they're selling 3,000 units in this tranche of nodes for $3,000. But you can, and it's due fully in SPS, or you can pay 500 vouchers to get a discount. And the discount on the voucher the voucher discount rate is currently $3. So earlier you heard me talking about how they're kind of anchoring, or they're trying to lift the price of their own asset, in this case vouchers, to higher and higher levels. This is what we mean. They're calling Splinterlands, the company, is accepting every voucher at $3 value. And vouchers are selling on the marketplace right now for how much, Jim?
About 58 cents right now.
So, I mean, you're getting like 6x your value. Is it? Dude, I think it might be.
That's your wallet.
Okay. I was like, what? It's worth 15 cents?
No, 63 cents right now.
Yeah, 63 cents. So 63 cents for one voucher, and they're giving you $3 for it. So that's like a 5x your value roughly. And that applies to the cost of that. Where did it go? That gives you a $1,500 discount, or really it's more like a $1,200 discount on the price of your node. And so people, now that the Rift Watchers launch with the promo card is done, they've still got tons of SPS. They're now spending it quickly to get these amazing deals, because they recognize that, like we said, 100% APR. And then very soon, when we sell that last from this tranche, there'll be 5,000 new ones for sale, but the price is almost right. It's like nearly double.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then what is that going to do to vouchers, guys? Right, Jim? Like once they start calling vouchers $5 worth of value, does that then speak into maybe vouchers start selling for 99 cents or $1.20 or something, like something bigger than they are now? Because that's a analysis the seller has to make. Do I want to just keep my vouchers and buy a node because the heck with it? They're worth $5, quote unquote, and I'm getting 63 cents for it. Maybe that drives node purchases also.
Yeah. Let's say like it kind of keeps that 5x, right? So the 60 cents, but you can get a discount rate at pretty much $3, right?
Yeah.
That could, in theory, make that 60 cents into $1 easy. Right?
I see your point.
And then if it follows that, all right, well, when it's now $7.50, when it's at $40 in that last tranche, it could be like $8 in theory. It probably won't, but it easily could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other,
and who knows what else what other utility we're going to have for vouchers.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's a great way of looking at it. Imagining like a 1/5 at this point and this point, and because it would make sense that even if vouchers are not going to technically be this much in the market, in the peer-to-peer market, the fact that there is a place where you can spend them for this much should have an impact on the price of vouchers. Whether or not it's a 1-to-1 impact, I do think it's going to have an impact. And that's not saying anything yet about the fact that to get to this tranche and so on and so forth, you have to burn so many vouchers, burn them, and burn so many SPS, because where are the burn mechanics here? I think 80% of the SPS, look at this, 80% of SPS tokens and 100% of vouchers tokens spent on node licenses will be burned. And the remaining 20% of the SPS tokens will be put into the SPS Foundation and be reserved specifically to be used to continue incentivize SPS validator node operations when the 3 billion SPS token cap is reached after the 5 years. So we talked about that earlier. And that's an important point about how it's going to allow longevity be on the reward scheme. But what I want to focus on right now, because like at every stage, we're seeing so much supply deleted that how can it not drive prices up? And that's why I was talking about earlier how it's almost by design. It is by design. It's almost guaranteed that these tokens will appreciate because there's so many burn mechanics with both of them. and even DEC also, but that's kind of a totally different conversation. And somebody dropped a comment saying, some good comments out there. I saw somebody said, all this action in a bear market. I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Never side. All this activity in a bear market. Imagine what the prices would be for all this in a bull market. That's
We'd be
the
on
point.
tranche 3.
What's that?
I said we'd be on the 3rd tranche right now for nodes. If we were in a bull market.
Yeah. Darren V says, but if I'm an SPS maximalist that believes I'm hitting SPS will be hitting $1, why not buy 25,000 SPS with 2K for node? Why not buy 25,000 SPS with 2,000 for a node? Is he saying like why not just hold on to SPS rather than the node?
Yeah, exactly. So he's saying, why not just buy 25? So with the 2K, a node would be, you're pretty much getting what, 25,000 SPS?
Yeah.
So if he thinks that SPS is going to go to $1, is he not better dropping 2K into SPS right now and waiting for it to hit $1 to have, 23,000 profit?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see the logic, and that's so here's my, my short answer is that you're probably right but here's the more complicated nuanced answer is that you might be big time wrong. And shout out to Necro. Thanks, man, for signing up, for supporting the channel, and for being part of the team. Check out some of the YouTube videos, the private only stuff that's on the YouTube. But
so can I throw some more stuff in here?
Please.
So the other day I was talking with a person, and if you guys don't know, Gala Games is another blockchain company, right? They're producing a bunch of games. I think they have like 11 titles in their name now. Could be more that they're working on. And their node, you can buy it right now for about $95,000. Last year, I told this story last night. Before I got into Splinterlands, I made a choice of either get into Splinterlands or buy a Gala Games node. At that point, they were $7,000. Now, is it highly possible that when SPS goes to $1, let's say it's 4 or 5 years, what are nodes going to be at in 4 or 5 years? If Gala Games has gone from 7,000 to 95,000 in a year.
I think to jump in there, Jim, I think the answer to your question is on this price chart. I honestly believe if nodes are being sold for $20,000 in tranche 6, conservatively, you'll be able to sell your node that you're buying today for 18, 19,000, really easy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say it's like 18, let's say like $17,000, right?
Yeah.
If you're turning $2,000 into $17,000, and let's also then say SPS price is at $1 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could have gotten $23,000 in profit of that, but you're also getting a better APR from the node itself than what you would be doing with staking your SPS.
Yeah.
And over the course of that 3-4 year time frame, you're actually getting more value than what you would have gotten from the SPS pure staked.
Yeah. And also there's a lot to think about around your mindset through a bear market. When you say to yourself, like, I could buy crypto like SPS and just sit on it for the next 4 years, 5 years, maybe you could, but I think that takes a real fortitude that I'm not sure everybody's capable of really doing. And so like if right now we're in the bear market, but we're not necessarily in the depths of the bear market. And most altcoins have in the past gone down 95, 99% of their value from the top to the bottom. And if SPS went from 8 cents today and you bought $2,000 worth of it today, and it went down to 1 cent, which is roughly 99% reduction, because we were at $1 and then we went down to a penny. that would be terrifying. I'll tell you, I've been through that. I've survived that myself, and I'm telling you, it would be terrifying. And conversely, you would be talking to yourself in all kinds of negative ways about how, oh man, it's dead and it's over, and you'd be constantly thinking, oh, to heck with it, I'm just going to sell it. And you're going to hear about other projects along that journey, and you're going to think, oh man, I should have put it in here and I should have put it in there. And then there's going to be probably 100 times where you're going to have to tell yourself, no, this was my plan. I'm sticking to my plan. In 4 years, let's see what happens. If you were able to survive that process, then you're going to see that benefit you're alluding to. But if you did what Jim's talking about doing, then you're really making your bed and you're almost forced to lie in it. And then what's going to happen? You've got one node instead of your 25,000 SPS, but that node is going to be generating SPS. So it's like buying a little money tree too, as opposed to sitting on like a big possible home run. Could SPS go to $1? Yeah. Could it go to $2? I really think so. And so that play you're talking about could be a home run, but it's not necessarily as easy as you make it seem, just one or the other and then sit and wait. It's to be a dizzying ride, and you might get off at the wrong exit. And whereas if you bought a node and you just sat and let that thing run, it's going to not only have the price appreciation that we alluded to because of all the mechanics we described, but also the production of SPS and vouchers, which are going to be, giving you a little bit every day or every week when you do claim it.
One other thing is when we're talking about investing, right? You don't want to just have all of your money into one thing. You want to diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
And having SPS, having notes, having cards, having land, right? It makes it to where if one of those things like goes down, but another one goes up, you could still be in the green, right?
Mm.
It makes it to where, I think we talked about this earlier, right? Say you put all of your money into one card and it's going to, you think it's going to the moon, right?
Yep.
Except there's a different card that goes to 100x before your card even does like a 10x, right?
Yeah.
Are you better off doing that, or should you have, all right, I'm going to put 50% into this card, 50% into this card?
Yeah.
One is definitely better than the other. Well, one is also way more risky than the other, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you want to go for that risk versus reward thing, I want to go with the consistency of, okay, in this year, I made 50% increase, or I made 50% profits, right? I'd be super happy with that rather than being like, I doubled my money, but like 50% of it was, I could have not done anything with my money.
Yeah.
I lost money due to inflation.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer to take a safer route.
Yeah. It is a hard decision to make. Those are it's a keen eye, like good for Darren to even be thinking that, because really you need that sort of analysis, guys. You need to think, look, it's not only like nodes are exciting and maybe you would agree, Darren, that what we're describing sounds good, but you're just saying, but what about this other alternative? And that's exactly the mindset you need to bring to Splinterlands and really to any sort of investment, because there's always 100 directions you could go. And really you can only choose 2 or 3 of them. You can't go every which way.
And if you want to concentrate more on like an investor's stance, then like maybe cards, cards could be a really good way to go. I would just not want to go in taking that route. I'd be like, all right, I want SPS, I want a node, I want land. Okay, and then sit on that. Except in my brain, I just sold all of my lands. I bought 3 recently, or 2 more recently. I had 3, and I'm like, wait a minute. If this is $500, this instantly pays for a third of a node. And as of right now, I'm getting a better return on these nodes than I am with land, especially in the short term, because we're still going to be waiting, at least 3 months before we even like get to see what these lands are.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll probably get money for it, daily, but it's not going to be a lot.
No. it's a long-term play, and we will be rewarded. That's why I said earlier, nodes right now are the greatest opportunity for reward exists where the greatest amount of risk exists. And so you all need to individually decide, how much risk am I willing to bear? And that's a thoughtful process. You can't just kind of say willing, you part of you is going to say just go for it, just like, all in. But
All in on black.
yeah, but you honestly need to step back and take a thought and be like, okay, really, like I said earlier, am I gonna be able to have that? Am I gonna hold and hold and hold? Like when I've been covering Splinterlands for a long time now, I've been playing it for years and years, but what I've always believed is that even if the values were reducing and reducing and reducing for the cards I'm receiving for my time and attention, I didn't care, because I understood that there were only so many of them and that they were being burnt regularly. That was going to lead to appreciation. I felt that was a guarantee, and I still believe that's a guarantee. So long as the game exists in 5 years, I think that mechanic will prove true. And so if that's been my mindset, and that's given me a lot of strength and confidence to continue doing what I was doing and continue investing $200 a month every month for 3.5 years before last bull run. Last August was like, not this past August, but like a year ago August was where things really started blowing up and going crazy. And in that moment, I didn't say to myself, time to sell. I said to myself, you know what, let's get myself a new computer. And today I took out today I got $4,000, $3,800 Canadian cash in my bank from Splinterlands, from the sale of a Byzantine kitty. And so there are times where you take some off the table, but the point is, did I liquidate because we went to the moon? No, man, I'm on board for 5-10 years down the line when this thing retires me. And I think the mechanics are that simple. I think the assets are deflationary in nature. It's desirable and fun to play. The game is growing in both in its complexity and entertainment, and also the opportunities in it, because they're adding new games. And so it's like, but you have to have that mindset of, in 5 years, there'll be an opportunity for me. And if your patience isn't already there, you're going to get shaken as times get rough and prices dip off and whatever. I think just keep your head down and keep grinding, and use the time and attention to kind of put it together, and you're going to be rewarded in time.
So Neverside also added, and I wanted to bring this up a few minutes ago as well. So with the GLS white paper,
Okay.
they even state, and he quotes this, as a token of appreciation for our early supporters, we are planning a free airdrop of a portion of the total GLS validator node licenses for SPS validator node license holders. So you're just going to be getting free stuff from another game as well.
So did I just hear you right? They're giving away node licenses for GLS for validator node holders for Splinterlands?
Yeah. So it's going to be proportion based. So could you have fractional GLS validator nodes? Potentially. That's kind of what it could make it seem like. But yeah, so a portion of the validator nodes, say they have 1,000, they could be giving away, 50 of them to validator node for SPS holders.
I see. Look at this. We got 709 licenses as the last time I checked. What do we got now?
Yeah. 570 something. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
636. So another 70, 80 sold. This is really intense, guys. We've sold 500 or 600 while like this morning. And each of them is, if you're using vouchers and SPS, each of them is, call it $2,000. It's a lot of money to be put towards a video game. That's what the world sees. That's what the world thinks. Oh, it's just a stupid video game. Who cares? Guys, this is a revolutionary technology that's transforming what video games are and how they can reward their players. That's what people understand when they're buying these huge investments of validator nodes. And look, we've talked a lot about nodes, but it's not like that's the only thing. It's like Rift Watcher packs went on sale today, and these are these are exciting in their own way. The when you buy a pack, you get a million, you get several airdrop potentials, right? You get that promo card, maybe you get. I keep forgetting. Are the summoners the airdrops? No, they're not. I don't think.
I think it. So if you like look at that picture close enough,
Yeah,
it kind of looks like a behemoth, honestly.
I lost it. Hang on, there it is. This
So
picture.
the little no. So if you look at the little icon picture, can you zoom in on
Uh,
the unlock?
I don't know. I'm not sure
So
how to do that.
all right. So go to where the packs are.
Okay.
The line.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. On your screen, like halfway on the screen. You see that bar, the blue bar that's
Yes. Yeah.
filling up?
Yeah.
So go to the right,
Okay.
that little icon right there.
Yeah.
So if you like zoom in,
Yeah. I don't know how to zoom in though.
oh,
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
hold control and then mouse wheel in.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it kind of looks like some form of beast, and that could be the behemoths that they're talking about.
Ooh. I think you're right. It looks like a dragon. Looks like there's a big
Yeah.
wide open dragon mouth.
Yeah. So and plus I assume the legendaries are going to be the behemoths, because why wouldn't they be?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I think you're right. That's cool.
Yeah. And but going off of the one thing with the GLS validator nodes,
Yeah.
when we start getting into the other games that are being made for it, like hockey, baseball, football, whatever else, what if they also kind of keep that into like, all right, well, if you guys have validator nodes from Splinterlands, that like we're going to give you like 5% of the total ones that we have.
Sorry, I was just adding something, checking out the chat. What about the validator notes?
I was just saying, so the same thing where the soccer is giving away validator nodes to
Yep.
people of Splinterlands.
Mhm.
What if the other ones that come out? What if hockey comes out and they do the same thing? What
Yeah.
if football comes out and they do the same thing?
Yeah. 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 I mean, and Aggie spoke to this in the last town hall. He said something like, look, we can't be certain that this is going to happen, but we believe it's going to happen. Like we think that that's going to be an element. Like the creators of those other games are in some sense incentivized to do so, because they would be, attracting an audience of like-minded investors by giving them a taste of the economy, of the stake available to them. And then once you get me involved, maybe I'm hooked. And that's kind of that's the thinking, I think. I think. Yeah. And I think that's why, even if you don't like soccer or football or basketball, which they've talked about, they're going to do them all. You got to be optimistic about what that could do for Splinterlands' economy.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat's saying. There's lots of conversations in here. I appreciate it, guys.
A full soccer team of nodes.
Yeah.
I'm down. 5v5 my nodes versus your nodes.
Glenn, I got my 50 refreshed page with 2 seconds left, and I got them sold out in 1 million lol.
Dude, I'm super stoked for basketball and the soccer, or not soccer, the hockey one.
Yeah.
Because we can just imagine how much the Michael Jordan is going to be. The LeBron, the Kobe's.
Yeah.
We can just imagine it.
Yeah. Rooney's is like another way that I'm thinking about that right now. Like Crypto Ace was like, mentioned Rooney's and got me reminded about that. Like the individualization of cards and the cross pollination of communities is like part of this idea where GLS is approaching, like coming at it, creating like there's a soccer game, then towered events, and there's going to be basketball and hockey and on and on and on. All of these things are going to be this cross connection of communities that are going to be individually excited at various levels for their own project, and then others. And that might be a growth point. But Rooney's, to me, feels like the same thing, because it's attracting perhaps an NFT specific audience, not the Splinterlands audience, an Ethereum based NFT audience. And I think they will be very strong. So I'm excited to have that card. I'm excited to, plus I think it's cool, really cool. I actually really, really want, I feel like I need one, and I hope I can get two, because I really want to change this logo and have my own thing, like Infidel logo. It would be so cool if I could buy one, and not only that I could buy one, but I actually get one that I think is really awesome. I would be really pumped by that. Are you interested at all, Jim?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it is a really cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that they're trying to get a little bit more into like that side of NFTs, especially branching out into the Ethereum stuff or the OpenSeas. I just don't think I'm going to touch it.
Mm.
So,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kind of anxiety and like doubt around useless NFTs, NFTs that have no utility. That's not what no Urunis are, though. Like, these are going to have in-game utility, and I think for that reason alone, it will have a value. And because it's like because it has a value, it's going to get sold in the game, to us at least, to users of Splinterlands at least. And then that buying pressure should trigger interest from third parties that are off of our game, not necessarily because they love the art, not necessarily because they're going to grow in interest around Splinterlands, but because the buying and selling pressure of the token triggers interest in investors. And so I think that that's possible, like possibly a connection point, even if they don't care a lick about Splinterlands, which is cool, because then it becomes this buying pressure that we have to fight against, which can drive up the price of this asset. And because it's available, like saleable in this bigger, broader marketplace, who knows if how well it could sell. It could be devastatingly bad. I have to be clear that I don't know it's going to be awesome. I do think they're going to make it, they're going to try and make it better than you would expect, and from an ability standpoint, and that bodes well for us. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. But I just love all this cross-pollination is my point. And that's a thing that can't help but help us in the long term.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Darren says, bullish on college sports. Everyone has college in their town. Good age range for blockchain adoption, and college athletes can finally make money off brand and image. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, couldn't you just imagine the college, it's pretty nefarious how colleges do that. Like they don't let the team make anything at all. They can't even like accept cars or, clothes or meals out, as far as I know.
That's
go ahead.
That's actually why they stopped making NCAA sports for like video games. 2014 was their last one, and it was like hella priced. And because the game company wanted to pay the college kids for it, and then the colleges were like, no. So they stopped making them, but now I think they're going to start bringing it back again. So I don't know.
So crazy. So crazy, because they literally, they are the show. Now, I've heard like arguments around, you want them to be focused on their academics, and like not to be it shouldn't be a career. And then there's labor
Except
laws
are making a bunch of money off of them, so they can send that straight out the window.
Yeah, exactly. And they literally, they spend it on their own purposes, and high paid coaches, and so it's crazy. It's kind of modern day. Well, it's not like, you wouldn't want to use the word that it's like it's not like they're being treated well. They're probably getting free schooling, but it's you gotta say, at least it's not fair. And it would be cool if this technology could unlock some value for those people. He's right. That would be really neat.
Yeah.
I see Blaze Coast is here. Blaze Coast made it into champ this season after, like, I think he said he usually fights in diamond, or his first time into champ. And this morning, guys, I almost made it into champ. I made it 36.97 was my rank, and which is 3 rank points, 3 away from making it, but I didn't quite make it. All players are part. All players part of the player association? Do you know? Do any of you know? I don't know.
No clue.
I kind of wonder if I kind of was expecting that it would be like you said earlier, Jim. You were kind of talking about Michael Jordan. Um,
Mhm.
I was kind of expecting that the names of players might not be even recognized. Now,
Yeah.
it would be like it would have to like because in the old days when sport games like first launched, well, not when they first launched, but when I started playing them in like the 90s, um, there wasn't necessarily even hero like names of the skater. The skater was just like there was a ice hockey was a Nintendo video game and old 8-bit, and they didn't have names. They had like a skinny guy, they had a fat guy, and they had like a medium guy,
Yeah.
and that
The
was
original one, yeah.
you know that one.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking
Yeah.
about. But when it got into the uh the NHL like 93, that's when I know for sure they started having player names on there.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. 93 was the first one that I took seriously, and the 94 was where it really blew up for me. You're right. So, but is this going to be the early iterations, like just like non-named heroes? Is it going to be soccer, but like who? But there won't be names. Is there going to be pictures of like Ronaldo or something like this? But it won't have his name, or it'll have his number, but it won't have. You know what I mean? Or is it going to be full fledged and then paying out value to those companies? Those that own his rights, or for him, like we said, to the NCAA players directly. I just don't know.
Yeah. I think it was 93 or 94, I forget. But like if you hit the little character hard enough, then like they start spazzing out on the ice and you'll see like red splot coming out of the
Yeah, 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 man. I played that all the time.
yeah. And yeah, it's possible nodes sell out today.
On the Butters is talking about NHL '94 on the Super Nintendo. I always messed
Yeah.
around on it on the Genesis version. I felt it was a lot better, and on the Genesis it had that, but on SNES it didn't have that. What you're talking about?
I think yeah on or on NES and the Super Nintendo, they didn't have the NHL 94. That wasn't until Genesis, and then it was on PlayStation.
On the I think they had '94. I might be wrong about this now, but the first year that Super Nintendo has it, you can hit them and you can hurt them, and if they get hurt, they roll around on the ground.
Yeah.
But on the Genesis, if they roll around on the ground, there's a 50% chance that it's going to lead to a pool, like you were
Yeah.
saying. So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of that fun mechanic. That's fun how the programmers would have thought of that. It's like there's a 1 in 10 chance if you get hit, you're going to get hurt. If you get hurt, you'll roll around on the ground. There's a 1 in 2 chance if you get hurt and if you're rolling around on the ground that your character will
Start to bleed.
yeah, like that's a fun like game mechanic for them to think through. Back when, man, that game I must have played that game for 1,000 hours with my buddies.
It says 94 was on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I thought so. So question: how much do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna say Exis says,
Yeah, X's.
how much do you think the promo card will be when it goes up for sale? That's a good question. Let's have a peek at that one. LA Kings all day. I gotta quickly. No, man, forget about the Kings. I used to love playing Chicago Blackhawks. Shout out to
Oh,
Jimbo,
man.
because they had Jeremy Roenick. They had in that year they had
Yeah.
Steve Larmer, Jeremy Roenick, Eddie Belfour, Chris Chelios. Oh man, there's 4 or 5 other amazing. They had 2 Goulet brothers. I forget their names. And their team was amazing back then. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a quick peek at that promo card.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't really talk about these ones either. We just like said we.
Good.
So let's talk about the promo card though for a second here. Valuation.
There it is. I like it.
Yeah. So hang on a second. They've sold 500,000 packs of Rift Watchers, and that was the window for which you could get this card, correct?
Yeah.
Therefore, how many possible cards are available? 500,000
So
divided by 50, right? So there's 10,000 possible cards available,
yeah,
but some of those, I think 1,000 are going to be gold foil if I understand, or maybe it's, how many did they say?
I thought it was and. So like
Could be.
you would get, if you bought 1,000 of them, you would still get the 20 non-foils and
Yeah.
then the one gold foil.
Yeah, you're right. So, but rough numbers, it's going to be something like 10,000 copies of this card. Now, how does that compare to other legendary dragons? Let's see. Cards,
How many?
dragon, legendary. Let's look at a different legendary that's already fully out. Like, well, Chaos Legion's probably, what's the most, Untamed is probably the most comparable because Untamed had how many packs?
Since I do think it's because like it's going to be a promo, I think we could also kind of look the price of what's his name, Dr. Blight.
Yep, I think that's fair. But let's start here and then let's go to that because I think there'll be a price range that we can begin to establish.
All right, but there's no dragon that is like him from Chaos Legion.
No, what about Untamed? Because Untamed was a smaller release of packs. There was 1.5 million packs of this series, and there's 3 million packs of Rift Watchers. So from a supply standpoint, I think these are maybe comparable. Are any of these at all comparable?
Scale Doctor.
Yeah, that's exactly where my eye went too. What about, no, this is more damage focused. Let me see.
Yeah.
Damage, heal. So she's got like really a lot of support mechanics and a fair bit of damage. And then we go back over here. I mean, Scale Doctor doesn't have the same damage output, but I would argue that he is a superior support monster. So he's in the kind of realm of kind of comparability, I would argue.
Yeah.
And maybe something like Gloridax because the blind is a support function, but this is not. No, I don't like that comparison. I think this is the closest thing on here. Now, so we'll look at Scale Doctor, and I think you're right. Let's look at, but I want to look at promos generally. Legendary, no, just
reports as well.
What's that?
Let's just look at all the additions, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Dragons. Magic damage with support functions. Magic damage. Maybe Black Dragon. But not nearly as good, I would argue.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Maybe Diamond Dragon. Nothing feels the same, does it?
Literally just the closest thing is like Scale Doctor and Kitty.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna look. Let's go have a peek at Scale Doctor, and also I kind of think it's a little. No, it's not close enough. I really think Scale Doctor is the only thing that's remotely like it. Or if you wanted to go just into Dragon, it's not entirely dissimilar from the life from Adelaide, which is but Adelaide is a life, and life isn't as applicable as a dragon, and therefore the price would be so divergent. But maybe you would say Adelaide plus 20% or something like that. Maybe 50 plus double. Actually, I would say double or something like that. Let's go have a peek.
Well, we know there's instantly going to be like a lot less of this new one versus Adelaide.
Yes, that's the other thing too. There's going to be way fewer of the new promo dragon than there will be of Adelaide. So let's look at that one that we Scale Doctor or whatever. That's the one that's going to be the most similar in terms of the number of units and even kind of the functionality. And so that's going for low buy $34 and high bid $15. I think that's probably pretty accurate. I would have guessed $20 to $50. Now, Dr. Blight is going to tell a different story, but Dr. Blight is neutral, and neutrals are more valuable than dragons even. Like in my mind, the most valuable cards in the game are going to be neutrals because they are applicable to everybody, including dragon. then dragon are applicable to most teams because you're going to be able to partner with
Yeah.
whoever. But
It's kind of
neutrals.
the same as neutrals.
Pardon?
I said it's kind of the same as neutral.
It
So
kind
like neutral you can only use with one other color at a time, right? But then like it's the same case for dragons.
No, you can use your neutrals with two other colors, right? You can go dragon, fire, neutral
Yeah,
all together. And
true.
and your neutral is not restricted to the fact to the games where dragon summoners are available.
Yeah.
Whereas, of course, every dragon needs a dragon summoner, and therefore, the Dr. Blight can be played way more frequently than any dragon monster. Um, so any sort of great neutral monsters are absolutely head and shoulders above the best
Mm.
dragons, but then dragons are head and shoulders above the best other monsters, in my opinion. So Dr. Blight's probably a bridge too far price wise, but I'm going to say, $50 is certainly reasonable. I would think, I wouldn't be surprised if they launch at like $100 or $80, but then it quickly drops down to like 40 and then pulls back to 50. And maybe it settles in around the 40 mark, making it more expensive than the Scale Doctor. Because I would argue it's better than the Scale Doctor. The Scale Doctor had a lot of interesting sort of support stuff that is really, really a strong card. It really is. But I don't think the Scale Doctor, I mean, the damage output on this thing is negligible. It's got an amazing kit, but 3 damage output on this guy. So on this girl. And the Resurrect is so huge, and the Reflection Shield is so appropriate for current day meta.
Yeah.
Do you feel I've like talked up Oshur Constantinia like adequately, or maybe too much, Jim?
I don't know, but one thing I would say is we definitely need to know her leveling up line because then that could also change the pricing on her.
So we do know something of it. They during the last live they shared.
I know that they gave the wrong thing, but I just don't know those numbers off the top or exactly how it looked.
Yeah, I have it here. Let's see, who was it? Virus sent it to me. Shout out to Virus. I think he's here today too. So this is it. But this Inspire is obviously going to be the Reflection Shield.
And plus, it's going to have early tank heal.
You think?
Yeah, because they don't usually change the location of the icons on the card. So like whatever one is to the farthest to the left, that is the first one that they learn.
Oh.
So and if you go look at the card of the promo card,
Okay.
that they show tank heal first.
Okay, that's a different window, so I got to go back over here and
Eye candy.
yeah. Splinterlands, Eye Candy. So tank, you think it's Tank Heal, Resurrect, Reflection Shield. Interesting. So then that would mean if that's accurate, then we go back over here to the other one.
It would also be an eye candy, you could say.
Oh, I don't think it is actually.
I was more so gonna say like if we look at the other cards, and you could even pull up another card in Splinterlands.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Peak Monsters. Dr. Blight has Affliction Camouflage, and over here, let's go actually to. I like this website because you can see all the abilities. So let's go monsters, and then at Desert Dragons. Trample, Pierce, Retaliate, Death Blow. Trample, Pierce, Retaliate, Death Blow. Where is it? Trample, Pierce, Retaliate, or not Death Blow, Giant Killer. Yeah, so that held true at least there. So I think you're right. I think that's true. Yeah. So it's going to be heal first, and then heal, and then what was the other one?
Resurrect.
And then so Resurrect will be silver level. He'll get a tank heal, a bronze or silver. That's really huge. The in my opinion, the most important ability is definitely, then taunt becomes a real problem in the higher levels. So the fact that it's going to get Reflection Shield at gold and silver is is I think the most appropriate, like best possible layout for that card.
Yeah. And if it does keep the stat line of getting the third damage in the final level, so level 4,
Mm-hmm.
2 damage at level 1 with tank heal is phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then we go to resurrection, 2 damage, tank heal. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see this card being pretty pricey.
Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be desirable for every low level account and
Exactly.
every bronze, every silver. Um,
Exactly. And card prices are instantly higher when something is more sought after in a lower tier.
so I was saying like 40, $50 based on Dr. Blight, based on scale doctors, based on kind of rarity and kind of, but then you said these things around we've helped figure out the order. Do you feel like that changes what number you would imagine?
Um, I could honestly see it being that price point. Yeah.
Yeah. Wild. I mean, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. And I don't think it'll be long before we have it in our hands, because I do think we're going to get the packs sooner than later. Like, I don't know when, but 2 weeks, I think, probably early October, right, Jim?
Yeah, I thought they were saying they pretty much wanted it by this month,
Uh-huh.
or it could have been next month. I forget exactly.
Let's see. Rift Watchers must be for sale. Yeah, they are. They're for sale in the market now. $3.72 to get a Rift Watcher pack. But you can't tokenize. Hang on, let me see. Butters was asking if that's a scam, and so let me see here. Go into my cards, go into my packs, and here's my Rift Watchers. So I'm gonna see if I can tokenize Hive Engine. So I can tokenize it. This will convert one pack to Hive Engine tokens, where they can be traded on a decentralized exchange, and you can convert them back to packs at any time by transferring the tokens. So if I did this, if I sold right now, if I took 250 packs and I tokenized them, and I went onto Hive Engine and I sold them for, what's the buying pressure on here? Like, we got buyers offering this, like, I could sell them all to this guy for essentially $3 each. If I did that, I could rotate, I'd have $600 and I could conceivably go buy another 100 Rift Watcher packs. I would sacrifice, a lot of cards, but I would get 100 more airdrops. That's why people might do that.
Yep.
I don't personally believe that that's the best play here. But if you had bought 2,000 packs to get those maximum bonuses, guys, this is something to think about now and for every future pack. When you're buying, if you get maximum bonuses when you're buying, let's see the gems. When you buy the maximum 2,000 packs, you get 20% bonuses, giving you potentially 400 eligible free packs. And so then that really reduces your buy price, and it makes it possible to come in here and do plays like this, where you're liquidating packs for a loss, yeah, but potentially for a big enough return that it ends up working out with all the extra airdrops you can accumulate that way.
They're called gems, but it's Rift Watcher gems. Same thing with the Asmari dice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, or is it dice on Tribal, or is it Asmari?
I think that's. Oh, I don't think it's dice.
It's Splinterlands dice.
Yeah.
So they probably just wanted to get away from that.
Yeah.
Because SL dice isn't like
confusing.
Great looking.
Oh, how are we doing on nodies? Let's see. Are we gonna sell all the nodes from this tier while we're live? 524.
I mean, depending on how long we're live for, right?
Yeah. No, I think we'll probably wrap up. It looks like they've stabilized actually. 524 still, unless maybe there's a few there that I didn't notice, but I mean, that's impressive anyways. I think 1,100 sold today so far. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. We will probably wrap up pretty quick. We've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I was imagining 2 hours. Gregory Levenfeld says, "Go Hawks, love it." I actually hate the Hawks now, but I also, to be fair, I'm not really a hockey fan anymore. I was like a gigantic hockey fan until 2011, and then when the Canucks lost the cup to the Blackhawks, right? It was the Black. We lost. We lost in the no. Sorry, not the Blackhawks. We beat the Blackhawks in Game 7, and then we went to fight Boston in the finals, and we lost to Boston.
To
And
say, because I think we won 2010, 2013, 2015.
yeah, and I mean, great team. I actually like the Hawks, but there was a rivalry there, man. And
Yeah.
but that year broke my mind. Like the Canucks lost, and I was like a broken human for that whole summer. And so I just was like, at that point, I was like, I'm too invested in this mentally. I need to just stop. And it's been 11 years, and I haven't really gone back. Even though I follow it, I haven't really gone back.
Yeah. I tend to watch it every now and again. My
Mm.
family's more hockey fan than me, but I enjoy going to the games and talking a little bit about stuff.
Necro says just got another 5 no's. Now that's 30. Way to go, dude.
Holy cow, my man.
Yeah, going
What I'm
hard.
talking about.
Like I was talking to the wife yesterday about nodes, and we've kind of beat this horse, but just one more quick thing. The idea that what am I trying to say here? The idea that a node is going to give you $1,800 a year is intense when you think about the fact that that translates to like a reoccurring product. Like if you got 30 nodes and you're making $1,800 a year off of those nodes, that's just currency that's coming in the door passively. Once you get those things, well, they're already paying you, but I mean, then you set them up and you become, it's just like it's, and you said, Jim, earlier, you can reinvest it and get more and keep going. It's just wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Necro saying he's had what, 20 or 30?
30.
So like he's able to get a node every single month.
That's awesome.
It's great.
People out of the game. Let's see. Crypto Ace is $70 card, I would say, for the new promo dragon. Certainly possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out at closer to 100 and then trickles down, because that's what, the supply demand initially.
Yeah.
Monsieur Caruso says, which ability does the card have on level 1? We talked about Tank Heal there. Butter says, Rift Watcher's pack selling at $3.20.
One thing with comparing its price to Dr. Blight is Dr. Blight is okay early, but he becomes a monster in gold.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is just good from the start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tank Heal at lower level. Just like take a peek at that, guys. Like go have a look. Back out a bit. Zoom in a little.
Yeah.
Go.
Like Affliction Camouflage is decent, but it's not Tank Heal with death when you don't have any other tank healer.
Look at this in modern. I don't want to look at summoners. That's in modern as far as tank heal. This is it. Like is that from a legendary standpoint?
Yeah.
Now if we back away from legendary, like from modern league, these are your tank healers, and add one more from, and then. But if you want to go even another a step further, resurrect. How do I spell resurrect? You
can just put RES.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's a handful of comparatives out there, a handful, and they're extremely powerful, meta-defining cards. And this card has both of those characteristics at silver level. And it gets better from there, which is crazy because the fact that it gets better from there with the reflection shield and the 3 damage output tells you that people like me are going to buy 11 of them and then put them together, burning 10 copies forever. And so that's for all those reasons, it is deeply probable even that it would be 50, 60 bucks. And I think, 80 or 100 to launch with, I think. More coffee, Jim should be fixing the yawn. Someone say Jim was up all night long last night streaming this stuff, right?
I was up late, yeah. I was up late, and then I hung out with Rick a little bit after. We were talking about, more Node stuff and Rift Watcher stuff after we both live streamed, and then I went to go watch Cobra Kai.
Nice.
So I was up for a few hours.
That's funny. What else is going on here? Probably wrap up in about 5 minutes, guys. If there's any last minute questions, 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
Me, what has Hawk 21 ever done? Monster Crusoe says, Dwayne, I hate the Hawks now. What has Hawks 21 ever done to him? Hawks 21 is one of my favorites, guys. I know he's teasing, but just so you know, Hawks 21, amazing content creator. Also, he's been on the channel, and great guy.
We were hanging out with him recently, right?
Yeah. Lately, we've been hanging. I feel like we're making more connections. Spent some time with Tails, time with Hawks. Tonight, I'm going to see. I've said it already, but one more time, I'm going to hang out with Gank and Walking Keys on their channel, and I'll do a clip of that for you guys at some point to break it down. But just come hang out with them too, and you'll see me live. What's the price of land hitting? The price of land is, I think, 150. That's another one of those assets that I wish I could just buy. I want way more land. It's up at 160.
Someone actually just bought it for that amount.
Say that again.
I said someone just bought it for that amount.
Tracks are selling for 11, 12 grand, but then remember, there's no volume on that. There's a seller for 29,000 Hive, which would be.
Oh, that's a steal.
What's that?
I said that's a steal.
29,000 Hive amounts to 50 cents each, is like 15 grand ish.
Yeah.
That's a really, really cheap tract. Man, if my crypto had pumped already, I would buy this right now. Like, to me, that price is so good. Gimme. But where am I taking it from, guys? Like, it's like I got eggs in every basket, and I just.
Wait, 15K into nodes, Dwayne.
Yeah. Well, I would like that too, but land is way underrated. There's no way those plots are paying SPS payouts, by the way. I think they said, I keep forgetting how many, but they're giving SPS.
We don't know when that's going to be, though.
What's that?
I said, we don't know when that's going to be. And did you look up how much you're even going to be getting? It's going to be like 1.5.
Yeah.
It's not like a ridiculous amount.
Well, but I mean, 1.5 on top of the rewards that you're going to get from farming the land. That's the huge part. And then to be able to build a community. Remember, like, as Time and Attention Guild grows, like, we're going to have the land that we own is going to be collectively farmed if we wanted to, right? Like, we're going to need assets to put on those land plots, and many people don't have enough. The collective community available at a guild like Time and Attention is going to be able to unlock some of that power for some of our players who I know have tracks. I only have, I think, 20 plots or something like that, but
yeah.
What do I got?
We just had a conversation as to why nodes are better than land plots, and Dwayne's like, I would love to drop 15K on it.
For that price. See, you're talking about what you're talking about is like the idea of like, are nodes amazing? Yeah, they are for a million reasons we already hammered out. Is land amazing? Of course it is. And for $150, what is that? Like, so hang on, let's just quickly do it. So 50,000 times, or no, it wasn't 50,000. It was 29,000 times, call it 0.53, I think. Earlier this morning, that was the price. So 15,003 divided by 100. So $153 a plot. And, and I would argue that they're probably worth $500 or $600. And I think the production that we don't really know the production that they're gonna offer, but if you buy a tract, you're gonna get one keep, and that is in and of itself going to be significant. Like, I just think $150 is such a cheap price for plots of land, but we won't know. I won't really be able to prove that conversation until probably 2 years, 3 years from now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think maybe we'll wrap it up here, but I just want to say some shout outs and then give Jim a chance to say hi and bye. Butter's been here almost the whole time. Monsieur Caruso too. Crypto Ace was blowing up the chat. Thanks, guys. Bobby's been hanging out, I think, since moment one. He was here. He was lined up. Necro joined the squad today. Thanks, buddy. Gregory Levenfeld, good to see you. Matt Lafourcade. I think it's probably Sod. Far away. Eli's been in that house. YT Sports. Man, lots of supporters today, guys. I think we had what did we get up to? I think we had probably 80 viewers concurrently at the peak there, maybe something like that, and also 50 likes. So thanks a lot. If you haven't dropped a like yet, drop one on the way out. Thank you so much for hanging out. Jim, did you want to say some things before we go?
Yeah, just want to also say thanks everyone for being here. I'm glad that we got to have it open to everyone, not just members today.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are interested, okay, come check me out on Splinterlands TV Wednesday night. I guess depending on where you're at. For me, technically, it's Thursday morning because it's midnight, but I get ready at Wednesday night. So be there, and hopefully I can see you guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming and hang out. And thank you all for joining. Have an amazing day. God bless.